We the best. Say what? Yo, who was that? A.T.L show coming live. People about the world. Know that we a show. We had TeAma Legacy, the podcast. On God, we're taking over with the A.T.L show.
Naya, what?
The A.T.L show's on. Duh. Get out! Get
But
out!
Naya, it's supposed to be for adults only. It's supposed to be.
A.T.L. They're back!
It's my time again.
Anthony, TeAma, T7, Legacy! They're back! They're the best! Let's get it! Season 2!
I'm the best at this shit, that's fact. And there's only one reason that I came back. I'm here to set the fucking record straight. Okay, I'm the best you ever cast, just spell the way. First off, ain't no beef with the spitters in my city. But if it comes with 28, then shit get gritty. I'm shitty. Yeah, I shit on rappers. Even dead on the scene, since you wanna be actors. This the message. I'm talking open hills and things. The schools over feeling foggy. I'll be patient and waiting. It seems y'all forgot who really runs the throne. Screaming y'all number one, just because I was gone. See, ain't no stopping me now. I'm on the move. I'm on against team. Once me, you ready to lose. The game, the streets, the zone is took. This the message. Hope it leave you from me rappers. Sure. Yeah. The message. So y'all know. Yeah. The monster is back. And I'm at my spot.
A.T.L.
Just-in-time accessories definitely have the bling and everything in between. TeAma Copeland is your independent paparazzi agent. Join her live online Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join her on Facebook at TeAma Sweetness Copeland or her fan page, Just-in-Time Accessories, or you can find her on YouTube at Teama Herice. That once again is Just-in-Time Accessories. Everything is only $5. Nickel and lead-free jewelry. TeAma Copeland, independent paparazzi agent. Just-in-time accessories definitely have the bling and everything in between. Check her out.
Make sure you go over to Goalie.com and get your Goalie Gummies today. They have 3 selections, 3 choices to choose from. They have the apple cider vinegar, the ashwagandha, and new, they now have the superfruit. In addition to going over to GoalieGummies.com, make sure you use the A.T.L as your discount code and receive a huge discount. It supports the channel and the podcast. In addition to all of that, the gummies, they're a source of antioxidant. They have vitamins B9, B12, promotes general good health, helps improve your daily health, contains pectin, a source of dietary fiber, uses pectin as a natural prebiotic to support the healthy gut and immune system, includes the mother, a healthy strain of bacteria, antioxidants, and enzymes. Mask the unpleasant taste of the apple cider vinegar. It's simple, it's delicious, it's Goalie. Good evening, everybody. Everybody's in the house. What's up? Welcome to the A.T.L show. I'm yours truly.
Hey, everybody.
I'm joined tonight by my co-host, the very bold, the very beautiful Miss TeAma Sweetness.
Hey, everybody.
And also I'm joined by the very bold, the very
Legacy,
beautiful.
why you look like you about to pose for a nude picture?
Yeah, he in telephone mode right now. Lay it out. Show me what you want. Show them boobies.
Also joined by the bold and beautiful Miss T Savage.
Hey y'all. Good evening. I hope everybody's having a great evening.
Yes. Charlie Doo-Wop, the fashionista.
Hi, everybody. Hi, everyone. Hope y'all are having a wonderful week. A.T.L. ho.
Legacy, that's great.
Wait a minute. The way you said it, talk about how you laid out. We are not soliciting. We're not soliciting sex, y'all. Just put that out there.
I think right now he's just getting served off.
He getting
Interrupted.
getting ready for his OnlyFans page.
Y'all crazy. What's going on, everybody? What's going on?
$16.95 a month. Hey, Remedy.
Oh, God.
Remedy says she got the cure.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
Sit down somewhere, TeAma.
She definitely has the remedy. I just want to remind everybody, definitely hit the like button. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We're on our road to 5,000, and we're only 498 members subscribed from our 5,000.
Take it off, Legacy.
Listen,
I got your song already ready.
Listen, if we only two subscribers away, I'm gonna go ahead and make 2 fake pages right quick.
Let me go help you with that. I'm gonna go help you with that.
how many you say they got?
I said we're 497 away.
My daughter said she about to. My baby said she about to subscribe right now. So now we only got one more phone left.
Legacy got scared when you said 2.
Okay.
But shit,
I heard,
now he got one. AJ finna
98.
call him. AJ finna subscribe right now, so it's gonna be $4.99. What's up?
Hey, Tina Mo.
Hey, Miss Mo.
Okay, Legacy. So by tomorrow, I'm gonna find one more person. We're gonna be at 5,000, honey. Cause she just subscribed on the passive side. Yes, I did.
Y'all a whole mess. A whole mess and a half. I just want to remind everybody, definitely. Guess what? We have a new show coming out, a new segment. It's called My Brother's Keeper. So be on the lookout for My Brother's Keeper. It's a show that's going to bring you a whole new twist, a whole new dynamic, slightly different from the A.T.L. show, but brought from a male point of view. It's 4 brothers that have united as one, 4 brothers from different mothers. So make sure you tune in. And that's Darren, Legacy, Chuck, and myself, Anthony.
Tony.
Yes, sir.
Describe to the audience what each one of those persons, what you label each one of the persons on the podcast as.
The pimp. Darren said he didn't want to be the lover; he wants to be the wise one. Chuck, the businessman, and me, the flirt.
Oh God. He labeled himself the flirt, and Darren is the wise one.
I could be the lover then, since Darren don't want to be the lover. I could be the lover,
and he's gonna be the flirt.
Hey, Adrian.
Adrian, what's up? What's up?
Hey, y'all. Hey, Adrian, I meant to say. I'm tired. Sorry.
We also have a special show coming up. Hold on, we also have a special show for y'all this Friday. One of our viewers who frequently visits the show, Miss Veronica. Miss Veronica had actually died 3 times and was brought back to life, and she's suffering with a disease called systemic scleroderma, and her doctor was actually the same doctor as Michael Jackson's doctor.
I see him.
Right, so she's going to be on the show to tell her story along with her daughter Cece, who Cece has also been on the show numerous times. So they're both going to be joining us on Friday to tell her story about this disease. And She also is a whole food, holistic health healing person. So she's into healthy way of eating now because she has to eat a certain way because of this medical issue. So she's gonna be sharing her story and sharing us with some things that she does to stay healthy and heal herself from within.
Very interesting.
Tonight's topic, before we get into it, tonight's topic is Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle just did a recent comedy segment on Netflix, and in that he said or did something pertaining to the LGBT community. We all went out and watched the show. To get our point of view, in order to talk about it, we have to be able to see it. So we went to see it last night.
Quiet.
And so we're going to talk about that tonight. But before we get into that, Legacy, you have the question of the day?
I did have the question of the day, but I'm gonna see if I can remember right quick. Yes, Savage.
Hello, everyone. Miss Parker.
Savage is driving. I'm sorry.
Okay, Mama.
Right now.
Hey, Miss Parker. But one of the things that wanted to know, if you believed in afterlife and that you can come back again, if you could choose the gender that you wanted to become, which gender would you choose if you can go and come back again?
And I said a white man.
TeAma, what would you, if you could go and come back again and do it all over, what gender would you want to go and come back as?
Blessings, everybody.
Hey, Juice.
Hey, Miss Juicy Cakes.
Definitely a boy.
White, black, Asian, Haitian, which one?
Hold on. Black.
A black boy. I said a white man.
So you trying to have your credit score at 800 already?
You know it. You gotta have credit score. So things in society working in my favor. You know, born in a Fortune 500 family that got it going on. Some things on Wall Street. A summer and winter home.
And a spring outing in the backyard.
Whenever and wherever.
Savage, what would you prefer to be, Savage?
I'm coming back as a man.
Gonna come out? Why?
Why?
Why would you not want to come back as a woman?
No cycles, none of that stuff. I can stick and move how I want to and not be labeled a whore. I'm coming back as a man. I'm dogging everybody.
So you still gonna be a whore, but just a man.
Just a man. That's okay. Men whores are more acceptable.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So I'm just gonna begin to want to knock to my
I don't know a man whore. I've never met a man whore.
Really, Legacy?
Go look in the mirror.
Really, you look in the mirror every day, sir. Every day.
I've never met a man whore in my life.
You're a 3-generational.
So I'm a what?
3 generations.
3-generational whore. My daddy was one. My granddaddy wasn't.
Oh.
My granddaddy had 2 women that he flourished the world with.
With Melio.
2. Okay, just 2. Gotcha.
2.
He just was fruitful. Okay.
Yes, that's what he was.
Gotcha. He was just fruitful.
But my
misunderstanding.
And it was acceptable at that time. There was no such thing as whorism up for a man in that time.
Right, and that's
Y'all
what
the
she's
one.
saying. She wants to be accepted.
Who wants to be accepted?
That's what she just said. She just wants to be accepted.
No, I never said anything about that.
No, that's what she just said. That's why she'll do it. She wants to be accepted.
Yeah, she don't. Yeah, I mean, I don't understand. I mean, but I do know why she would want to feel, you know, she would come back and find herself and find out if her gushy goods were good. Is that what you would do, Savage?
No, because I already know it's good. I don't need to find that. I
You
already
didn't.
know so what.
You don't know it's that good until you feel it.
Listen, when you have people in your bushes, that's how you know it. If you have people that still contact you and y'all slept together over 7 years ago, it's good. It's good. If you got exes still coming at you after 5 or more years, it's good.
But Savage, I understand it could be good, but it could be good to him. But he also could be mentally challenged to not have had anything better.
What? Says the man that don't insult my kid like that. Says the man.
I didn't say nothing. I'm not talking about. I just said that the man. Savage, you are one person that.
It's not just one man. It's
Well,
multiple men.
I want you to come back and see if it's in it. Get your own stuff, and then tell us have you stalked your own self.
Oh my God! Let's see. Go back to your whole pose in the centerfold in the Playboy, okay?
Did Juicy answer the question?
Go back. Go.
Juicy didn't answer it yet. Miss Juicy.
If I had a chance to come back, what would I come back as? You know,
We can't hear you.
I was gonna come back as. Can you hear me now?
You're low, but.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, but you're very low.
I'm low. What about up here? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, a little bit better.
What about now? Is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah. What would you come back in?
Go out and come back in?
No. What would you come back as?
Oh, my daddy.
We didn't say who would you come back as. We want to know as a man.
As a man.
So, but why?
Well, because when I look and compare, like for the reason she say, you know, we don't nobody like bleeding every month. The double-sidedness in life. If I gotta come back and be something, I want dominion over all things. So I'm gonna be human. I ain't gonna be an animal. And if I gotta choose between the sexes, because I don't believe in that binary, I believe we are man or woman, then I'm gonna choose to be a gender base of a man. I like the authority. I like the ego of a man. Y'all walk around like it don't even matter. I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do, and oh well. So I'm gonna come back with being how I want to be, and like she say, accepted. When women are how we are, if we walk in our masculinity, it's too much of this, it's too that. We stereotype. But when men do it, it's what it is. So
it's okay. Yeah.
I don't want no gripes about how I come. I just want to come. And when I look at it as a man and how that man did it, my daddy was the one who I can say did it the best. So when I say come back as him, if not better than him, I'm going to come back because I know how he lives and I don't mind it.
I hear that.
Miss Juicy.
Yes?
My baby just called you out talking about, Mom, why she ain't never on the camera? We can't never see her.
Look, because y'all, I'm driving. You see, you couldn't see me right now. Hey, but when I get situated, I'm going to come on the camera. She's trying to call you out.
Listen, kids will call you out now.
I know.
They sure will, but not in a different way because they don't want no smoke.
But tell her I don't want to miss the show, so I'm going to come on, and then when I get situated where I look good, then I'm going to come on and come on.
Well, come on then.
Not on, not too on. Juicy say on. Come on.
Well, I haven't had a chance to express what I would be.
You thinking about it?
No, I would come back as I wouldn't change anything except for I would come back as a male, as myself again, but with just having the intellect and the hindsight of a few mistakes that I've made in life. Also, I would like to come back with the ability to know every time the lottery hits that I will have the lottery number every time.
Abilities wasn't the question. It was what gender.
I explained. Okay,
I was just about to say that was not the question, sir.
You explained why you wanted to come back, right? As a man.
No, you asked.
Both of y'all explained why
the lottery numbers has nothing to do with either
coming back to be a whore is not.
You though. You asked her why she wanted to be a man.
Okay, and I'm telling you why I would like to come back and be myself. But what I would like in the process of being myself again.
But that's not you adding on. So you didn't give us that option.
I didn't tell you not to.
But you didn't tell us to. We stuck to the question. That's what I say. That's what I'll be telling you. You stick to the question.
So sticking to the question was saying that I want to be a man, but I also want to be able to whore.
Okay, thank you.
So I want to be a man and have the ability to know the lottery numbers.
That's not the question.
Being a whore wasn't a question.
No, but that's a why though. That's a why.
And this is my why.
It's because you want to be a whore. You've answered it.
No, I want to know. I want to come back as a male again with the same authority, like Juicy said, the same the same mode, the same walk, and I want to know the lottery number every time.
That's a superpower. You see, you didn't give us the option to have a superpower.
I didn't say it. I didn't stop you from saying nothing.
See, when you come back, make sure you have the ability to follow instructions. Let's start there.
When you come back, have the ability to go to hell.
I've been there. They told me I was trying to take over. They sent me back. Anyway, just want to let everybody know that tonight TeAma is being the special guest on another podcast. So there she is.
AKA TeAma is cheating on us tonight. You meant to say TeAma is cheating on us tonight.
Yes, that's what she's doing. She's whoring, right?
She's I would say she's whoring, tricking off in the streets.
She's
better
whoring.
Bring us our percentage back. Better have my money. That's
so TeAma's out there in the streets.
But yeah, so like it's been an amazing experience, to say the least. But y'all leave these Rona babies alone. Don't do it.
Babies for me.
Don't do it.
For me. Well, speaking of the Rona babies and different things like that, how I want to know, because I want to get into your business for like 3.5 seconds. How did you start your the paparazzi accessories, like your company? How did you get started with that?
Okay, so that story comes with my cousin Andrea Campbell. She was an independent consultant for paparazzi first. So she literally talked my mom into signing up. And when my mom signed up, my mom did it for a little bit, then my mom just quit because my mom had her own store. She just wanted to do something with her niece. My mom was like, if you get TeAma to do this, TeAma would be really good at this. So here go me. I'm like, Mom, I'm not gonna sign up for that, girl. I got things to do, places to go. And I just wasn't paying no attention. But being that, you know how someone tell you something, once you know, you can't unknow. So I would buy stuff from my cousin and stuff like that, and I just stayed back and I watched. I'm one of them people, I'm not gonna jump in something without doing my research. So literally at first you could tell she wasn't like she was just buying jewelry, selling jewelry. Then she started saying, ooh, I was able to pay my phone bill this month. Okay, paparazzi, push through. I don't need no phone bill paid. I got that, little mama. So then
She said, "Where's the big bills getting paid?"
Exactly. So then, over a year and a half passed, 2 years passed, and I watched this girl diligently work this business. Before I know it, she was like, "I'm paying the mortgage. I just paid the car note. I surprised my husband because she's a stay-at-home mom."
Mm-hmm.
And like literally, she got a square, and the square will actually show you what she made on this, and that. So I was like, bet. If she could do this, man, I've been out here flipping money since I was 16 years old, honey, and I was doing $5 bags. So me being a girl, I know we like to be cute, and honey, we gonna spend our last dollar to be cute. I was like, oh, bet. So I went in it with the dope girl mindset. They looking at you, I'm like, $5. That's all I see. Okay, what you want? Then I got into it. So for my birthday, I was like, bet. I'm gonna sign up. I called my cousin. I was like, Dre, I want to sign up. She thought I was gonna be like my mom, sign up and quit. So let me tell you what she did to me. She ghosted my butt. She literally signed me up under my cousin Tracy. I was pissed. Let's be clear. I was mad as hell because her work ethic is what I was going for. Mm-hmm. So that's what made me sign up. But she saw a bigger picture for what it was to build my cousin as strong as she was already built. So we went on that team. My jury came. Everything behind me and my best friend, we put it together. Nobody did my office. From my logo, I sat down, I did that. From putting up the pegboards, painting my pegboards, designing. I already knew how I wanted. My best friend helped me put it up. I was like, I'm finna go live. They like, no, you don't want to sit back, like do a little bit of vending. I said, they finna give me back my money. And that was the mindset that I took on.
So when you get ready to sign up for it, is it an initial investment on your end?
Okay,
like
so
how do you go through the process?
Let me tell you, when you sign up for paparazzi, they have many different packets. The best packet to go for is the $99 because not all the pieces that they pick is going to be pieces that you like. Soon as you sign up, you have an option to go right back in and order the pieces that you want. You spend $99. They give you 35 pieces of jewelry to go with that. You get a free website to branch out your business. You automatically get all access to all the jewelry that's in the back office of your paparazzi website. So you go back there, the jewelry, you buy it for $275, you sell it for $5. Literally, you buying and you flipping. You buying and you flipping. There's no math involved. I give you my money, you're gonna give me back my money. Period. I'm not gonna sit on my money. I'm gonna grind and I'm gonna get this money.
So how often, whenever you're taking in and like doing it or whatever, how often do you see a return? Do you see, is it monthly? Is it weekly? Like how fast do you see a return?
You will see your return soon as you put in the work. Because it's not like you're waiting on someone to pay you. When you buy the jewelry, this is your jewelry.
So it's up to you
when
to
you
push it back
sell
out.
the jewelry, this is your money.
Gotcha.
So in any business, even if you in the game for, because I get a lot of people be like, I ain't got time for $5 jewelry. So okay, let's break it down in layman's terms to what black people understand it. So you have this jewelry, it's $5 a pop. Name me one Kona dude, a Kona dude that when you roll up on him, his pockets is empty.
Right.
If you think $5, your outcome gonna be $5. I started in July. Now, mind you, I was still working full throttle, no sleep, eating DoorDash, Uber. Like, honey, last year I made $72,000 just on DoorDash, Uber, Grubhub, just those three. Those was the ones I did. I made $72,000.
Mm-hmm.
I still was doing paparazzi. By December 31st, I had to make $18,000.
Wow.
On my square, posted it on my page. If you go look at, I went out, what is today? I went out Saturday. Little cute light fit, but I had on this, which see right here. It's called Irresistible. I put this thing on. Mind you, I left the club, somebody brought my shit off my necklace, off my neck. I sold my 25 piece because these are our Z collection.
Mm-hmm.
This is a Z collection. I sold it right off my neck.
You said
while
I
I
was
was
in more.
No, this one here is 25. We have the bulk of our jewelry is $5. But anytime you see the Z collection, which is the ZI, that is the higher end of paparazzi. Those are $25. Those are more of our goddess looking pieces.
Mm-hmm.
So when I initially did that, I went in the club. While I was in the club, if you look, I'm in the club, I'm recording, I'm networking.
Mm-hmm.
I am my business. Just in time accessory is this face.
Right.
So you're going to get all of this face. Anytime you see me, you're going to see my business. I was in there, I was handing out business cards. I was taking people's phone, literally putting them on my Facebook, my Instagram, my YouTube. So anytime you want to find me, it's going to pop up. And I made sure I pushed that they followed me to where they got my notification.
Right.
So if you put in a mindset, this is your business, this is your money, you're going to get your money. If you put in your head excuses, it don't matter what you do.
Okay. She's over there handling her business,
Go
representing.
best friend. That's my best friend. Best friend. Go best friend. Best friend. Best friend. That's my big.
Do your thing over there, TeAma, baby. We watching you.
I need
Did
to
y'all
get
see
in on
that
that.
shirt
I
she
ain't
was
know you
wearing?
make that kind of money.
Did y'all see that shirt she was wearing?
Yeah, of course it was
ATL home.
She was representing for us. I know that's right. I know that's right. So anyway, so we got the question of the day out of the way. Thank you, Legacy.
You're welcome.
Oh my God, he got manners.
What?
This recorded, right? We're gonna have to run this back because somebody ain't gonna believe Legacy got manners.
Oh shit.
Ain't nobody studying you, Savage.
Everybody studied me, period.
I
Everybody
am too. I
studied me.
love you, girl.
I love you too, boy.
Okay. Listen, Savage, are you able to pull up the letter of the day?
In about 2 minutes, I can.
In about 2 minutes.
But you should have been pulling it up when we was on the thing.
I was driving, sir. Just got to the house, had to get ready for work.
Let me mind my damn business.
You like to run your mouth, so won't you fill up that 2 minute slot talking about yourself?
I said, let me mind my own business. That's just what I said. I slapped myself.
We got to make sure this recorded here. Ain't trying to mind his own business. Now I can't wait till TeAma Sweetness come back. Girl, that nigga was trying to mind his business, girl, for once in his life. And you weren't even here to witness, dog. Watch the replay.
Let me help you by some time.
I thought.
The Anthony Brown Show and the A.T.L Show now have merchandise available for purchase. You can purchase your merchandise at the link located in the description section below the video. We have male and female shirts, male and female tank tops, jerseys, hoodies, and onesies for your infants. Yes, everything you need in apparel, we have it here. The Anthony Brown Show, along with the A.T.L Show.
That's the booty.
The A.T.L Show shirts proudly say we are the blueprint. The Anthony Brown shirts grind until you shine. Get yours today.
That buys us a little time. Here's another commercial.
Starting in January 2022, if you receive money through Cash App, Zelle, Venmo, any of those types of apps, if you get more than $600 throughout the year, you will receive a 1099-K, meaning you will be taxed on that money. So if you are a small business owner or a gig worker and you receive money through these apps, you want to start getting your paperwork straight now because you will be taxed on that.
Mondale.
I found a video today on
and I'll be back.
Legacy.
Yes.
You're not muted.
Okay.
Oh. Anyway, I found this video today that kind of reminded me of Legacy. Again. Now you're muted. You're muted.
Well, you do know it's like 5 women that's on this podcast and yourself, and every week you got something about me.
Not every week, but this week I got something. And it kind of reminded me of you because you're a father, and this is a father video.
Okay.
And he's with his son, and the son kind of put me in the mind of Naya, but the son thought that the dad forgot his birthday. So we're losing crew.
Well, I'm always standing up in the gap for the fathers, cause we have to make sure that these ladies on here don't overstep their boundaries.
So I'm gonna show you this video, and then we're gonna get right into the letter of the day.
Cause that Savage and Juicy Cake and TeAma will overstand their boundaries.
Check this video out.
Big game today. I gotta get something out the trunk. Go get that bag for me out the trunk. Yeah. What? It went over? Get that box out of there for me. Shit. Happy birthday.
I remember this.
Happy birthday. Don't cry. You're about to make me cry. Don't cry. Pull it out. Let the world see it. I ain't forget about you. Yeah. I want to see some home runs. I love you. Don't cry. Let me see you post up with it. How you gonna knock it out the ball? There you go. Right. Yup. Happy birthday. That bat. That's the bat you wanted, right? Give me some. I love you. I got it! Yeah! Yeah! I caught it, boo! I caught it, baby! Yeah! Way to go, boo! Thanks, home run, kid! Thank you! Thank you, boo!
Ooh. Every time I see that, I tear up. Boy. Woo.
You know, I like that. I remember seeing that a while back, and that always touched me. I really like that.
I've seen it about 4 times. All 4 times I got a tear.
Mm-hmm.
Woo. I said, this is going to touch legacy.
And see, I have my twin brother, his sons play baseball, and he is a phenomenal father. And the efforts and the energy that he puts into making sure that they get out and do and can do, and the struggle he did to like be in their life, because he was living in DC and he got everybody all in the same city pretty much. Like, he just does it awesome. So when y'all speak about legacy, I see both of them, and I'm like, I'm glad we have men that do that and these things, because there's so many who don't, and it's good to highlight those who do. And then when you were sharing how you did for your daughter and your children, it's great, because everybody don't get that love.
That's true. You okay, legacy? You okay, brother?
Oh yeah.
That video was you.
Legacy, you remind me a lot of my dad. Both of y'all, big bags of water. I tell you, big bag of water, and had this whole hard exterior, where the crying to me for stuff like this. My dad, he'll come in the house, and my nephew will be over there. He'll just look at him, and then look at my daughter, and then start crying. I just love him so much. Yes, I'm laughing at you, but it's sweet. It's sweet that it touched you in a special way. But I wouldn't be me if I ain't bothered with your bag of water.
I know.
Listen, Waterworks, bag of water, City of West Palm Beach. I just talked to y'all today. I just paid y'all $1,500. I paid my water bill for the year.
Put her ass in the corner, Tony.
You
Put her
need
in
to
the
go in the
back
corner.
room.
Y'all ready for this here letter?
Let's get it, mama.
Dear A.T.L is a segment of the show where you, the viewer, can write in and tell us about what's going on in your life. And we will read your letter and respond to your letter live here on the air. So if you're experiencing relationship problems, best friend disputes, baby mama, baby daddy drama, marriage issues, church hurt, church issues, and many, many more, send your letters to TheAnthonyBrownShow at gmail.com.
Man, listen, let me tell you what took me so long to get this letter. Because the minute I got ready to get it, my daughter said, Mama, it's a bug. So when I came in the house, a bug flew in. It was big as my thumbnail. I swear in the hood, they got these ghetto gangster bugs that crawl, but then they fly.
This girl crazy.
They do. Okay, so dear A.T.L family, I'm a 17-year-old male. I live at home with both of my parents, older brother and younger sister. We are a tight, close Christian family that do family things together. My mother is a school teacher for over 20 years. My father is a successful attorney where he is a partner in the firm he works. Here is the issue. Ever since I was 5 and in kindergarten, I have always found myself attracted to other boys my age and older. I know in church my pastor preaches against these feelings. I have not told anyone how I feel. October 11th is National Coming Out Day, and I wanted to come out for chicken out. I have not experienced sex yet, but have kissed a boy at summer camp. It felt so natural. I enjoy gay porn and masturbate often. Who doesn't, sir? I'm telling you. This feeling inside is killing me, and I don't know what to do. My parents keep asking me, when am I going to find a girlfriend? I just make excuses that I'm focused on my education. My A.T.L family, please help me. What should I do? Tell my family or stay in the closet? Signed, trapped in the closet.
Man, oh man.
He's open in the closet. He trapped in the closet.
In the closet.
Okay. Wow, that's a deep one. And he said he's 17 and he still live at home. Honestly, knowing the type of parents like that, I don't know. If it was me, I wouldn't come out until I got my own. That way I could do my own thing. So see, when you come out in their house, the way they react, they might say you can't stay here as long as you live in that lifestyle, or as long as you're in this house, you can't be that way. That's gonna be a lot to swallow within itself because it's like a form of rejection. Now, if they reject you as an adult and you got your own, you don't give a damn. Bye. I got my own. Bye. But at this point, if you tell them it'll be like living in a prison, if they're the typical Christian parents, now some Christian people still accept their children no matter what sexuality they are. But there are some that don't. So you got to figure out what's the better. Is it killing you to the point where you feel like you're suffocating and dying and you just got to tell them? Or is it something that you can hold on to until you get your own? That's the real question. Is it going to mess with your mental stability, your mental health, your emotional health? Because those things have a way of affecting us, whether we want to admit it or not.
That was beautiful, Savage.
I agree with you wholeheartedly, 100% Savage. I was gonna say, yeah. I really don't like to necessarily give advice to minors. But because I know exactly where you're coming from because I've been there, done that. You know what I'm saying? And where you're torn between your inner self and your outer self. And it sounds like you're a very intelligent young man. Because, like I said, if you're telling them, I'm focused on my education, and your mom's a school teacher, dad's a lawyer, so you're coming from good stock, good upbringing, good examples. To have a father and a mother in a home. However, being that you are a minor, like Savage said, chances are they could work against you, because they could say things like, well, again, as long as you live in a certain lifestyle, you're not welcome in my house. And that could come from a Christian background, or that could come from just them being anti-gay. And at 17, being that you're not stable and have your own place, you don't have any stability, and probably nowhere to go as far as home. It would be in your best interest to keep it to yourself. Like you said, until you're out on your own, got a job, got your own apartment, doing your own thing. So if and when you decide to come out, do it. And I can't tell us, yes, yesterday was National Come Out Day, October 11th. And I'm not gonna say don't choose to come out on that day because it's that day. Come out when you're ready and when you feel it's right. Don't let a date determine when you come out. But that date means nothing to nobody in your family but you, because you being in the lifestyle, you being a part of the community. So definitely wait until you're in a better situation, so that if things backfire on you, you'll be in a better situation where you can sustain yourself. I hope and pray that when and if you do tell them, whether and your siblings, that they'll welcome you and love you no matter what, because of the fact that everybody have their own life to live. And right now at 17, I'm not gonna say you're confused, because there's other 17-year-olds, they know they want to be straight, so you want to be gay. And at that age, you start making decisions. Some 16-year-olds can make adult decisions in certain situations. Certain places you can get married at 16. So at 17, you damn sure know what you're doing. And in a few more months you'll be 18, and they'll give you a gun and say you served the country in war. So definitely at 17, I'm not gonna say you're too young, or you don't know, you're just a child. No, you know what you're doing. But by law, you just can't act on certain things. So definitely hold off and wait for stability until you're financially able to sustain yourself. So whether they go against the grain, go against you, or welcome you, at least you're on your own.
You want to go next, Miss Juicy? Well, far as for me, I think both of you guys, you Savage, both hit the nail on the head. It was perfectly stated. Um, Me on the other hand, I want the stability thing is the only thing that makes me say, continue to, hold it. But if it wasn't for you not being able to, because definitely what Savage and Tony both said about when you don't have, um, when you don't know exactly how your parents are going to react to the scenario, or you bringing, the truth, your truth to them. Um, it's like, it could be a needle in a haystack. It could be that you get great parents and they both accept what it is that you choose to be, and you could also get those that want to hit you with holy water and and hold you down and pray that all this go away. So I mean, but like I think Savage say, if it's killing you on the inside and it's worth possibility of things going sideways, then if that's what you really feel like you have to do because it's killing you inside, then by all means let the cat out the bag. But if you can just do it, Savage and Tony both said is just stay humble. You know what I'm saying? Start dropping little nuggets. Because I mean, eventually you must be you hiding it very well that nobody can pick up on it that you are interested in men. So, if you can hold off, you got pretty much like another year or so before you out of here, out of your parents' home if that's what you choose to do. But the biggest thing I heard was Tony stating that, by law it's certain things that you can't do. But at 18, you are definitely a grown up because they're willing to put hands and hand grenades and everything, guns in your hand, and tell you to go off and protect our country. You're intelligent enough to sign your life over to the government, but to some people you're not smart enough or have enough intellect to know that you want to live an alternative lifestyle. So just remember those things right there, and hopefully the A.T.L show was able to give you some clarity on which direction you was wanting to endeavor in, and either way, just do what makes you happy.
But
That's what I got.
I also wanted to add there might be a possibility that one of your parents already know because parents know their children. They might just be waiting for you to come tell them.
That's what that was my part. I
Whereas,
was gonna say, I think that one, whenever these feelings arise, we already gotta look at, you've already had the thoughts to come out. And if the desire is to express who you are, we need to be true to ourselves and then true to others in order to we got to accept ourselves for others to accept us. And if you're willing to hide and live behind who you are out of fear for how other people are going to receive you, even if it's your family, the families we're the most unconditional beings that are supposed to be. The world will receive, but the family judges, but we should be unconditional. And as parents, as a mother and even a father, there's some who so much, I will not speak to you again, totally convicted, but he should know his mother, he should know his father and the convictions that are held behind it. And just as well, I feel that by them asking, where is your girlfriend? Is there an interest? They already have a concern, and they would rather that he live in his truth than to continue to live a lie. One, like the Bible says, thou shalt not lie. So if you're going to continue to lie and then still do as you see it is wrong, then why are you doing it? If this is what you desire, you think is right, you have to be true to yourself. You have to be true to be honest about it. And I think, I hear what you're saying about taking care of yourself,
But at 17, he should be getting in the position to be in that taking care of himself mode anyways. And being responsible and accountable for who he is the first step. Getting a job and preparing himself so that he can be on his own and stand on his own, that's at 17 he needs to be working that too. Even if it is preparing to go to college, because in college he's going to be around all the men he wants. Even if it's a male dorm, mom and dad ain't going to be there. So it's time to be open about it versus still keeping sheltered and quiet, I think.
Very good. Welcome back, TeAma.
Hey, y'all. Hey.
You did very good.
Yeah, you did a thing. I was like, go best friend. That's my best friend. Go best friend.
You so funny.
So,
Thank you.
You saw we brought you on to our show?
Yeah, I saw. But y'all gotta go see the wrap up for the end too.
Did you tell him A.T.L?
Listen, Legacy was all in now. Cause honey, Legacy doing his thing this season, child.
TeAma, let me tell you what you missed. You missed Legacy. You missed Legacy saying he was gonna mind his own business. You missed Legacy saying a bunch of stuff, and I really wish you could have been there to hear it. I couldn't believe you to say. I said you would say this stuff with TeAma Sweetness not on here.
Honey, let me tell you, honey, he knew not to say that because he know I don't believe that shit. It's whatever he was drinking. His daughter that drove him crazy. So he just saying whatever at this point. She done tied that ass out.
Anthony made me cry on the podcast.
Oh, nah, I don't believe that one. You ain't got no feelings.
Girl, he did cry. It was a little video about this boy getting his gift, and that was all emotional shit. He was crying.
I'm gonna show it to you after the show, but I showed him the little video and it brought a tear to his eye. It was very touching.
He a big old bag of water, just like your boyfriend. Just like your boyfriend, Tony.
She said, "You need a hug, Legacy."
Of course I need one, titties.
Legacy, you can hug these nuts. That's what you can hug.
He talking about a course. He talking about a course. He need a hug, titties.
He just want titties on him. That's all. Nigga, ain't no milk in there. Calm down. That's the milk.
But TeAma, tell me, because I ain't seen it. What did you do at the end of the show? Tell me now.
No, it was good. Like basically the show is revolving. I'm like, even Legacy done stepped out. I was sitting there one day and Legacy started naming out emails and what?
Bitch, you mean evolving?
Yeah, that word. You know.
Revolving is how the earth turn around, revolving. Evolving. I love you, bestie.
What I said.
Shut up, that's my best friend, ho.
So I'm sitting there like, what did I say?
Revolving.
Well, I thought she said evolving.
I know what you meant, TeAma.
Yep,
I know what you meant too. I ain't gonna have my boo out here talk about no revolving.
The teacher can't let
revolver. Listen, I know you got some revolvers, TeAma Sweetness.
Man, I was ready to use them today too. I was ready to use them today.
TeAma, did you tell them folks A.T.L hoe when you left?
Juicy was talking. How you gonna cut Juicy Cakes off?
My bad, I didn't mean to cut Juicy Cake off.
Well, no, because mine is after his question. I was gonna ask her if she could be anything. Would she be a man or a woman when she came back? I was gonna see what she thought about that.
If I could be anything, I would be a male. My whole life, I have always said, "Mom, I think I was born into the wrong body." So, and I would definitely come back black. Because for some reason, I be looking at people. I have only in my life met one Caucasian dude that I could even entertain to even cordially thinking about being with. So yeah, I have to come back black. And then plus I want a big one, so I gotta come back black. So I'm pretty much somewhat guaranteed I might be blessed. I'm just saying.
Just be born in Legacy's family.
But I would have 20,000 kids, just so y'all know. God knew not to make me a dude. Because he made
So
me a
we
girl
all
and
want
I
to come
ran
back
through a whole
as
bunch
a
of girls.
male
So.
whore.
Amen.
Did you say we all want to come back as a male whore?
Right.
Not a male whore. I want to be the male whore.
Male whore.
Okay.
Well, for me, the reason I
We
can,
gonna have
I
to have
don't
it
never.
regional because we can't come back at different times. We got to be best buds.
Yeah, I don't want to come back a male in 1843. I don't want to be back there.
Legacy, you gonna come back as a girl, but you gonna come back as a thought pocket.
No hell I ain't.
That's gonna be your
with lettuce
punishment from
lips.
God.
With lettuce lips, TeAma.
I will be the first. I will
Listen,
be.
that's gonna be your punishment.
If that's the case,
You just
God's
gonna
sending me
get
back
drilled.
as
You
the
said with
Virgin
lettuce
Mary.
lips.
He's sending me back as the Virgin Mary because I ain't never getting it up. Ever.
Wait a minute, now Mary got her something after she had Jesus, I'm pretty sure.
Listen, nobody knows that. Nobody knows that.
You know
And she was human, I'm pretty
Those
sure.
are holy
Listen,
guts.
you
The book of
remember
Enoch said
Joseph
Mary had
wound
some
up
before she
marrying
had
her.
Jesus.
Listen,
Joseph
those are
wound up
holy
marrying her,
guts.
so you know that man got
Those
his
were
stuff.
holy guts.
You know what? I'm done.
Anyway, TeAma,
I'm done. You ain't taking me to hell with you. I'm done.
TeAma, did you hear the letter of the day?
What happened?
Did you hear the letter of the day?
No.
Savage, will you read the letter again so TeAma we can get her response and we can move forward? If you don't mind.
Hold on. I had closed it out.
You want me to tell her about it first? While she's looking for it?
I'm not looking for it. I just broke out in this unexpected sneeze. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. Dear A.T.L, mic check 1 2. I am a 17-year-old male. I live at home with both my parents, older brother and younger sister. We are a tight, close Christian family. I'm so sorry, y'all. These things came out of nowhere. These sneezes. My mother is a school teacher for over 20 years. And my father is a successful attorney, where he is a partner in the firm he works. Here's the issue. Ever since I was 5 in kindergarten, I have always found myself attracted to other boys my age. I know in church my pastor preaches against these feelings. I have not told anyone how I feel. October 11th is National Coming Out Day, and I wanted to come out but chickened out. I have not experienced sex yet, but I have kissed a boy at summer camp. It felt so natural. I enjoy gay porn and masturbate it often. This feeling inside is killing me, and I don't know what to do. My parents keep asking me, when am I going to find a girlfriend? I just make excuses that I am focused on my education. My A.T.L family, please help me. What should I do? Tell my family or stay in the closet? You trapped in the closet!
And y'all waiting on my response?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, first of all, I say come clean with your family. Because
At
9 out
17.
of 10, your mom and your dad already know. That's why they keep pushing that whole girl issue. So they're waiting for you to come to them. Trust me, the parents be the first one to know.
True.
That's why his mom is actually, what mom is trying to push a girl onto their child? If anything, I'm like, bitch, I wish you would try to date her. So I believe that's her way of trying to open the door for you to talk. But one thing you definitely want to do, you want to be honest with yourself. Because when you stay in the closet, that literally, like, have you dealing with depression. Like, it's just healthier on you to take that weight off of you. Living your truth.
Yeah, but he might live with the truth and become homeless.
What
That's
happened?
okay.
But he don't listen. You don't know. You don't know that because if you have a child,
No, I don't know that. But he emphasized Christian parents. There are some Christian parents that will accept their children, but there are others that really will denounce them and separate themselves from them altogether. So
Which
you
is
just got to
true.
think about those outcomes too. Tina Mo said the men might not be honest about their rebirth tonight.
Nobody don't want no vagina slot.
but like literally, how I feel about it. With you being 17, I would literally stand in my truth. Win, lose, or draw, I'm me. We in
And if it,
2021. Not too many parents is too shocked about what gay is.
Nowadays, though.
And then with that, I would literally look up and make sure I go through all the scriptures with my family and like just be like I want a family meeting. And I would lead in scripture and I would ask my dad to say a prayer. And then I would literally put it on them. Because Jesus say walk in love. So I would just tell my truth.
and if it
Because it's
leads
real
to the
dangerous.
point that he has to have somewhere else to stay, I mean, that's today is coming to he's gotta find somewhere to stay eventually. And that's like, if a person is not going to love you unconditionally and still be there for you, then living with them is just as harmful. Like she's saying, the depression, the lies, is just as bad. You don't feel protected completely because you know that if they knew you were something else, they wouldn't be the same. So it's too uncomfortable, I think. But I don't feel that. I don't think it'll be to that. When he says they're already close knit, I think they already care enough about each other to be understanding. That's what say they should check their
Another thing you
relationship.
should do, Tony, you should put Pastor Will book up here. That is a great read. And young man, I would suggest you get that book and read it. Because that can help you a lot. That book literally breaks down the one thing that you fearing with your family. It might actually help you to give you the guidelines to put this out there.
Well, I don't have the
That's
book.
what I'm gonna go with.
I don't have the book right here to bring it up, but it's called The Handbook. It's on Amazon.
I hear both you and Miss Juicy about that matter. But like I say, it is good to be within your own truth. But timing is everything. And nobody knows his parents better than he does, and that's the reason why he's on here asking for our help and helping him with a decision is because he probably already knows that his parents are not willing to accept that. So he's looking for guidance in that matter because if he already had accepting parents, then he wouldn't have needed no need for us to give him information on that because he would already know. He sat back and heard his mom and dad talk about being gay, how it's wrong and this and that, and that's what makes it so hard for him to reply or to come out to them because he's already heard them condemn it before. So
Well, I'm that way. I get what you're saying. In my home, how I speak to my children about it, they would probably feel they couldn't speak to me. However, our relationship, I share with them, if there's something, I'm still understanding. No matter how I feel, I still got to understand this is you. That's your life. But this is still how I feel. So if he's got to accept how they feel. and take how they feel too, just as much as they got to take how he feels.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And one
But
thing that I was gonna say, your job
go
as a
ahead.
parent is to tell your kids what you feel and what you know is best.
Mm-hmm.
They in the Bible, like the God they believe in, it's an abomination, is this, is that. It is their job to critique and structure their child in a way that they feel that they should go. That doesn't mean if this is a part of you, I am going to automatically shun you. But let's be clear. When you tell somebody, okay, hold this in to a certain point, if he's right in this, it's already heavy enough on him to where that is really, really dangerous. In the gay community, do you know how many closet people that live in the closet to where their truth becomes their burden, to where it becomes their shame, to where it becomes their death ticket?
I mean, again, I agree with all that you're saying, Tim. All I'm saying is that for him to already be writing us looking for answers, he already know who his parents are.
No, it could just be that he's severely, like, I had my mom on here. Me and my mom went 8 years, no talking. I seen her in the Walmart, tooted this ass up and walked the next way. You think I'm gonna start talking to the girl I love because you on some what? Excuse me? Oh, I ain't get that memo.
But that's also to say. That's also to say.
My dad was like, listen, wait. My dad, now see that my mom was the uppity one. I was like, I'm gay. My dad say, me too. Okay. I'm a lesbian. Me too. Okay. Shit. So we was vibing. He was just happy his daughter wasn't gonna get pregnant by nobody if she Pokemon and the girls. So literally allow yourself that freedom. No matter what comes, long as you stand in your truth, everything in itself gonna work itself out.
Eventually.
I'm telling you, it's gonna work itself out. I'm just
Eventually.
stubborn as hell.
But in all, eventually, yes, it does work itself out to
Give them
exactly
the
how it's
chance.
supposed to be. No one can control the outcome. You just have
Right.
to do what's the best to have and receive as it is. And being true is the best. The truth shall set you free.
Yeah, and in that statement, it sure enough do. It can set his ass free to where he don't have no way to lay his head for the next 2-3 years.
And not necessarily, because I'm pretty
Yes,
sure.
Miss Juicy, hold on now. One thing you said earlier is that we don't know definite whether it's gonna work out for the good or it's gonna work out for the bad.
What I mean by that is not to be able to lay his head. I'm pretty
People are
sure
like
he
that.
at 17, I'm pretty sure at 17, he has the idea that if he's got to go, he know he got to get a place to stay.
Miss Joseph, I've been, hold on.
What if he don't have a job or the finances?
Exactly. So, Miss Joseph, me being a hustler, I've been on my own since I was 16 selling dope. And let me explain something to you. And I know probably everybody on here don't walk the path that don't lead them astray to where they may have slept some places. But let me tell you something. 16, I had the street game okay. But nobody ain't tell me about how hard it was to pay bills. Nobody explained to me how it felt to have, a parent or an auntie or uncle not be willing to open up a door for you because all you had to do is just go home and be with your mama and do what she asked you to do, and you want to do your own thing. I don't know, but the world is a cold place, and everybody don't have the income to take care of themselves if shit go bad. So I would advise the person, like I said earlier, I take all of what y'all guys have said about be truthful to thyself, but also be prepared that if things go left, that you got yourself covered, because there are, especially in the Christian community, there are more, what do we say homophobic nowadays, or is there another word? There are more homophobic individuals who live in Christianity than probably anywhere you want to be in, because it's
Let
been
me help you.
conditioned in their
They're
mind
more
that
fake,
this is wrong.
hypocritical people.
Right.
And
Yes.
because, honey, half of them be creeping at. That's a whole nother subject.
Well, you know, Legacy, on that part of what you're saying about being able, how I like I say, I'm different. So I feel as a parent, he should already be gaining the knowledge of how to be responsible. And I know that today, when we were coming up, what we had to do today, that's what they need to know how to do. We had to do it, whether they have to or not. They should know how to do it, because it's coming a time where it's survival. You got to be able to. And so if he's coming to the grips of feeling like he want to come out and share, then that's something he also got to think about too. Before I
Right,
speak,
that's what I'm saying.
right. But at the same time, that's also being true, because being true to who you are is also being responsible for who you are and what you desire to be. And if you know that what you desire to be goes against what your mother and your father agreed to, then what you are saying is, I'm ready to do it on my own. I was that kid. My mom told me I could not leave unless I was 18 and graduated. I turned 18 in February. I graduated June 11th. 8 o'clock in the morning, I had a flight out June 12th. I was ready to go. I had got my job, been working, saving up. I was preparing. So back then, my mindset was I had a time to leave. And when it was able, the window of opportunity, I'm taking the first step. And if this is his flight or fight, he got to choose it. And right now, the truth is what we all should be choosing. And it's whichever way it's going to be prepared. And so if the thought is to have to pay for your own way, think about that.
I'm going to say more thought before I leave. And another thing, he would want to tell his parents before. No, I'm talking about before we go on to the subject.
Okay.
He would want to tell his parents, then someone else tell his parents. Because let's say if he is sneaking around, somebody catch him. And they go tell his parents instead of letting your parents already have the lead on somebody. Because y'all know church people. Ooh, you know I saw Beth Ann's daughter. Baby, just go have a conversation.
Oh, and there was a thing on Facebook of a lady. She walked in on her son, and he was having a sleepover with his friend. And she walked in on them both being naked. And she just bust out crying. And he was like, it just got hot. So we took our clothes off because we were hot. And she said, I know what I saw. And that could break her heart. You know,
that's what I'm saying. Better tell your mama.
Wow.
And if she walk in on you and
done
watching
in the dark,
porn,
it's gonna come to the light.
It's gonna come.
Have
and
control over your story and your life.
He says he likes to masturbate to gay porn, and she could just so happen come across some of the porn, and then wonder. You know, it's all the possibility that, like I said,
ain't gonna be no wondering at that point. She gonna know deep down in her soul at that. It was at that moment his mama began that.
Is she gonna know in her shondo?
No.
Yes. And on that note,
Dear A.T.L is a segment of the show where you, the viewer, can write in and tell us about what's going on in your life. And we will read your letter and respond to your letter live here on the air. So if you're experiencing relationship problems, best friend disputes, baby mama, baby daddy drama, marriage issues, church hurt, church issues, and many, many more, send your letters to TheAnthonyBrownShow at gmail.com.
Okay, tonight's topic is Dave Chappelle Netflix special. He recently did a special and it's still airing right now on Netflix, and there's talk about them possibly taking it or removing it from Netflix. But anyway, you guys go back and watch. Just type in Dave Chappelle, and it's gonna come up. I think it's called
The Closer.
The Closure. Okay, yeah. So go back and watch his segment or his series or his show rather, and you'll know exactly what we're talking about. But it's about Dave Chappelle. And we're gonna talk about that tonight. But in talking about, like I said, we saw it last night collectively. Juicy saw it today, and what I did was I went through Instagram and I found 3 people that also spoke on it, and I'm going to show you what they had to say. And the first person is Conscious Lee. He's a straight male. He's a university instructor, a teacher at one of the universities. I'm gonna say LGBT. A black university. What do you call it? The HBCU. HBCU. And although he's a heterosexual male, he's also he speaks for rights, whether gay rights, trans rights, black rights, or whatever. So he's very open-minded, and he's a very, very intelligent black male. But this is what he had to say.
Black people, let's talk about Dave Chappelle, and I want to start this conversation by saying this. This whole idea and take on It's Just Comedy is so worn out. If a white comedian stood on stage and called themselves a racist and said, I stand by the KKK, we would not stand for that shit. Dave Chappelle explicitly called himself transphobic jokingly and then said he stands with J.R. Tolkien in being a TERF. A lot of y'all was talking shit yesterday when I said I have not watched the film, but I can already tell that black trans women are missed out. Not only was I right about black women being missed out, I'm gonna have the same energy with y'all. I don't want to engage in a conversation about y'all with the Dave Chappelle special until y'all show me that y'all have read and or talked to a trans woman or trans person, but y'all haven't. Blackface was comedy too, though. You feel me? Y'all cool with blackface? How about comparing trans identities to blackface? Is that cool? I thought we all agreed that blackface was offensive and racist regardless, which is why a lot of trans people would see issue with comparing their identity with blackface. But let's keep it going, though. Dave Chappelle said that the black community is jealous of the LGBT community because of all the progress they made. And then he followed that by saying that he misses the old Stonewall gays. I took issue with this shit. For y'all that don't know, the Stonewall riots happened in New York. Is literally where the whole entire pride movement comes from. And it was started by police brutality to a trans black woman and a trans Latino woman, Sylvia and Marsha P. Johnson. This little comparison of the black community to the LGBT community does a disservice to black trans and black queer people like Marsha P. Johnson because they're erased in that situation. When Dave Chappelle talk about the black community being jealous of the trans community, we're not jealous of black trans women being the most exterminated in our country, is we? No. All of y'all that's saying, well, y'all only heard what y'all want to hear in the special. No, you only hear what you want to hear in the special, and you are validating dog whistling and you validating gaslighting. This because a person say, hey, man, I'm not transphobic, but them bitches over there ain't got no real pussy. Or I'm not transphobic, but I'm team TERF. That's literally gaslighting. This is textbook trans homo negative for you to talk about trans people's genitalia. Textbook. And me seeing a joke he said before and after that didn't change the context of him joking about trans women's genitalia. It's transphobic. And then y'all keep on bringing up Daphne, this white trans woman, to insulate himself from criticism the same way that white liberals do when they go out their way to sensationalize a relationship they have with a black person. Your relationship to that one individual does not stand in how you care about the whole community. This shit obvious to me. A lot of y'all that talk shit about consciously talking too much about trans identities, y'all ain't had that same energy with Dave Chappelle. That's because you agree with all the shit that he was saying. So your issue is really with being able to recognize the whole humanity of trans people and not being able to pick at which parts you like and which parts you don't like. Of course, I got more to say, but in conclusion of this video, black people, the word is intersectionality. We have to recognize the ways in which struggles are intersected and interconnected. If not, we're going to perpetuate the same shit we claim that we against oppression. Don't want to cancel them, want to call them out, though. You feel what I'm saying? It's a difference. Hey, Kendra, I'm about to tell you something, and you is not going to like this at all. Listen. Dave Chappelle has given trans issues about 5% thought, which is enough to convince people who haven't thought about it at all. This whole comment right here is wrapped up in colorblindness logic, which is exactly what Dave Chappelle was the point when we started talking about this human experience. Ain't no universal human experience, man. And him talking about this universal experience don't change that he misgendered the woman that he was talking about in her death. Hey, last year, I had a trans student that passed away for the same reason. You feel me? She took her life. When I went to her funeral, her family didn't refer to her as her or her name at all. They dead named her and misgendered her the whole time. That's not a universal human experience. My papa always said, you know, Lil George, everything that comes after but is shit. You feel what I'm saying? Dave Chappelle made a lot of but statements. No cancel culture, it's call out culture. He said, I agree that trans women are women, but I identify as a TERF. He said he's for the humanity of everybody, but he jokingly referred to himself as a transphobe twice. Everything after but comes.
Okay, that's what he had to say about the whole Dave Chappelle fiasco. And not only did I found that video, but also found another video, and this is Tia Madison herself.
I just want to come on here and say to you guys, and not the people that get it, the rest of you motherfuckers, fuck you, bitch. Don't at me. Bitch, what I said was I was not watching it. And I said I was not watching the shit because I was exhausted with the conversations wrapped around it. And I also said you can't tell people what to be offended by, for number one. For number two, if you're a gay man and you weren't offended by it, that's okay. However, you can't tell trans women not to be offended. And number three, I said, if you motherfuckers feel some type of way about anything that you've seen or any whatever, and you feel some type of way about it, bitch, I stay strapped. I didn't read Dave Chappelle. I ain't talk shit about him. I ain't bash him. I ain't say nothing. You just proved my fucking point. Y'all bitches be all on my page with this damn transphobic ass shit. This is the rhetoric that comes with it, okay? So my whole thing is I didn't tell nobody not to watch. I said I wasn't. You got mad because I said I was not gonna watch the motherfucking shit. You some stupid ass bitches. And then y'all run down there and the first thing that you want to scream out is man, 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 man. What are you saying? Suck my dick. You're not saying anything. So I just don't get it. You didn't hear me say I was upset about a special. You didn't hear me say, first of all, Dave Chappelle is not funny to me. I've never found Dave Chappelle to be the funniest thing. I'm not funny to motherfuckers. You get what I'm saying? There's people that don't watch me. And for y'all bitches that always talking about I make y'all stomach hurt, why the fuck are you watching me? Why? Fuck you. You sitting up here angry at me because I said that I am not going to watch a special. What you mad for? I didn't read Dave Chappelle. I didn't. I'm reading your bitch ass. Every time y'all hoes jump on my fucking page with some bullshit, it's very much so of a, oh, you a man, oh, you, it's exhausting going back and forth with y'all about the same stupid ass shit. It ain't stopped the rice in China, bitch. It ain't stopped me from getting to the motherfucking money. It ain't stopped. And half of you hoes to be talking about that I'm a man and X, Y, and Z and all that shit don't hurt my feelings. I'm not going through this shit with you hoes. You hoes credit report is this ain't high as my motherfucking ceilings, bitch. You hoes credit reports ain't high as my ceilings, hoe. And so therefore you can't carry me. It's just the fact that I'm so confused. And I didn't say anything derogatory. And you always wait on me to post or say anything so that you can jump forth to tell me that I'm a man. Okay. And bitch, if I'm a man, your son is going to turn out to look exactly like me. Since I'm a man and since I'm a dude and a boy and all this stuff, your son going to turn out to be exactly like this. Get ready. Bitch, I just want you to make sure you get him some sickening eyelashes, bitch. I want to make sure that you have your motherfucking son's eyelashes whooped like mine, bitch. Or get them old nasty piece of hair from Alonzo, bitch. It didn't call for that. That's the shit when we be talking about transphobia. That's the shit that we be talking about. Like jumping out the window with the unnecessary ass bullshit. Like all I said was I was not going to watch it. That's it. Period. That's all I said. I didn't go into reading him. I didn't go into anything. I didn't say any of the things. And that's what I be talking about. The people put that shit on the blog and they put that stuff on there and they put that in the way. And it's always the girls jumping down or coming at me with the bullshit. I said I wasn't going to watch. And I meant that I wasn't going to have an opinion on it because I knew that you guys were waiting on me to push for him to be canceled. I don't give a fuck about what nobody say about me. I told my girls already, stay strapped so that if anybody try you in public, bitch, you bust them hoes, bitch, down. I've been saying that for years. So my whole thing is like, get off my page with that shit. Don't come over here adding me. What do you mean stop being extra pound for 19? What is extra? Because I said that your sons are going to grow up to be men just like this? That's what you need to be worried about. Being a man that looks like this. That looks like this. Is that what it is? Oh my God. Is that what it is? Y'all don't like those types of things. Yes, I am that boy that your son is going to grow up to be just like this. Yes. So beautiful. So beautiful. He gonna pull all the niggas too. He gonna pull all the niggas. Yes. He gonna have big dick energy. Bitch, your dresses is gonna vanish. Your shoes, girl. I decree and declare. Yes. Boy. Yes. But like I said, I'm not watching the special. Okay? Right, Jonathan. I'm not watching the special. I don't want to see the special. There are people out there that are upset about the special. They have the right to be upset about whatever they upset, because whatever made those trans people upset about that, that's what they're upset about. I chose to protect my motherfucking peace in the situation. There are gay men that watched it that weren't upset about it. They're not trans women. So that's what it is. And at the end of the fucking day, I don't have to, I didn't say anything in a space, and I'm sick of y'all. And so on this day, what's today? Monday? On this Monday, I decree and declare that all of y'all that love to call me boy and Mr. and him and, all the things that you go in your transphobic rants and say, bitch, you know what your son gonna look like? This. Bitch, you don't even look like this, but your son gonna look like this. He gonna be a bad bitch. And you better love him. You better love him, bitch. You better love him, because he gonna be a bad bitch. And all your niggas that you be fucking on the low, they already gonna be fucking him. He gonna get all that money that you leave on the floor, bitch. And hopefully, he'll stop you from boiling them hot dogs back there on that nasty ass motherfucking stove. Be blessed. Have a nice night. I love y'all. Bye.
It was a little extra.
Not the nasty ass stove. Not no hot dog.
And the last video I have, this video was sent to me, so I don't even know who this young lady is, but this was sent to me, so she also has something to say about the Dave Chappelle fiasco. Here goes.
Black people. Now, y'all know I had to do some research, because what we're not about to do is let some black organizations that we've never heard of and never seen in the black community come out and try to tear down one of the only black celebrities who've had the courage to speak on the bias and the catering to that the LGBTQ community receives from the media. Now, all Dave Chappelle did was give an example of how it's okay in American culture, society, and media for rappers to promote violence in the black community towards black men, but it's not okay to even slightly offend the LGBTQ community.
Google it. The baby shot and killed a in Walmart in North Carolina. Nothing bad happened to his career. Do you see where I'm going with this? In our country, you can shoot and kill a but you better not hurt a gay person's feelings.
Now, the National Black Justice Coalition claims that Dave was somehow perpetuating transphobia, which perpetuates violence, and that 2021 is on track to be the deadliest year on record for transgender people in the United States, thus justifying Netflix to be able to cancel his show. Now, Black people, I had to go look this up myself because the way they're canceling folks who speak on anything about the LGBTQ community, I thought I was about to see transgender people being killed in the hundreds and the tens of thousands. Literally, 28 transgender people have been killed so far in 2021. Can I tell you, I cannot make this up. 28. According to Forbes, 350 transgender people were killed in 2020, and only 28 of those deaths happened in the United States. Now, don't get me wrong, any life that's lost unjustly is unacceptable, but this doesn't even make up 1% of the amount of Black women who died in 2021 and 2020, or the amount of Black men who died or were killed by the police. Are you kidding me? Now, at least 4 Black women and girls are murdered per day in the United States. 75,000 Black girls and women are missing in the United States. I haven't seen the LGBTQ community coming out and crying about how Black rappers and Black celebrities should be canceled for degrading Black women, and they are dying at higher rates, extremely higher rates than transgender and the LGBTQ community. And why don't y'all ever talk about the violence that the LGBT community is committing against each other? Because apparently domestic violence is happening at even higher rates than heterosexuals. Black people, there's never any outrage about Black men and Black women dying, about the conditions that our community is in due to the perpetuating of violence in our music. It's up to us to make our communities safe and decent places to live. So we are going to continue to fight for Black masculinity, because last time I checked, Black men are the only ones who are going to protect Black women. It certainly won't be the LGBTQ community. So Dave was absolutely correct.
Okay. Yeah, we have 3 individuals that voiced their opinion about the A.T.L fiasco. I saw it. You guys saw it. So let's talk about it. What are your views and opinions?
I think Dave hit it on the money. Especially the part when he say about how you can pretty much do anything you want to do, race-wise, whether it's Black on Black crime, killing, or anything else. You know, you can do pretty much anything you want to. But soon as you go, or someone have anything to say negative about the LGBTQ committee or society, then it become egregious. I think that for me, I love the fact how Dave laid it out. I think he laid it out with him within mind of him risking. He already know that this could be the end of his career. Dave realized that he's made more money in his lifetime than he would in 10 lifetimes. So the bag that he decided to make at the end of this special, he's okay with it. Dave been a millionaire. He is the George Carl of comedy from the Black point of view. He's a Paul Mooney type person who use a real standpoint on what he talks about. And he just openly said things that people want to say that are scared to say. You know, a lot of people want to say a lot of things on their podcast and things, and they don't have what it takes to say the things that we do on the A.T.L show. And, you know, sometimes that does ruffle people's feathers, and sometimes it does make people a little uneasy. But it ain't like he made up something out of the blue when he talked about this. Nothing that he said he lied about. It was all factual truth.
The reality is most of these people are scared of the backlash on the podcast. They're scared of what people are going to say, but we don't really care about what people think. Y'all don't sign my check. They'll sign my check.
and that's how Dave felt about it. That's why, if you look, they've been talking about canceling Dave's show for about a week or two now. By the time they do decide on canceling that show, Netflix don't be done let Dave make all the money he wanted to make. So that's why we're in the position that we in right now at this podcast right now. That's why we the best right now, cause we walk that edge every Tuesday and Friday. We walk that because we don't really
Child, you
care
be
about.
jumping out the window. I'm out walking the edge. You be jumping out the damn window.
But that's why we are the best. That's what makes us the best, because we understand that we could. Tony got us here for a reason. We do our thing, and Tony willing to take on whatever backlash that come behind. You know what comes from this show. So to me, I don't think Dave egregiously tried to slander or mishandle the LGBT community. I don't think he did that. I think that he just openly. I hate you so much right now.
Who you hate?
You see what Tony just did, TeAma?
You know what? I ain't worried.
That's a
Who
salad.
went and got you that?
Miss Parker, next door.
Child, I'm gonna go to
Tell
Miss
I need
Parker.
one.
Hey,
Tell I
Miss
need one.
Parker.
But that's my opinion on it. I think watching it, especially when he was talking about, his friend Miss Daphne, that was touching. But I mean, that's like somebody telling me, Legacy, you dislike gays, da 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 da. You said this about gay, da da da, and then Tony speak up on my behalf, and Savage speak up on my behalf of knowing who I am, and TeAma speak up on my behalf of knowing who I am, and Don Allen speak up on my behalf for what somebody said up here saying and say, well, listen, I know Legacy a little rough, but he's not a homophobic. He's not a this or that. And people want to bash you guys for standing up on my behalf because y'all know my character and who I am. But for him to make whatever stand, people just do not like when society dislikes you. People do not like when other people see you in a different light other than what they see themselves. So kudos to Dave Chappelle, with no disrespect to any community, because I believe, like, if you live an open lifestyle and you put it on the front, you are subject to be ridiculed and talked about just the same as anybody else. You're human before anything. You're human, and everybody can be put up under a microscope with no disrespect to no group. That's me.
I agree with you, Legacy. When I watched the show last night, like I said, I went in with an open mind, because being a member of the community, I didn't want to go in with a pro-gay agenda mindset. I went in with a open human. What? Miss Parker, I'm on the air. Legacy got a message for you. Say it, Legacy.
I need one of those for a tester.
He said he need one of those
for a payment.
Yes. When you want it.
I'm coming to get it as soon as this show over.
So, as soon as the show will be over in about 15 minutes. So you think come as soon as the show over. Okay.
Thank you.
Well, Lauderdale, I need a Miss Parker.
They love that legacy.
She want a picture of the salad before
What you think about it, T?
Oh, hold on, let me finish.
Man, the man told y'all straight up who he got a problem with. He said you go look back at all his videos. He have only ever had a problem with one type of person.
White people.
White people.
What you call them, TeAma?
I call them Caucasian.
That's not what you call them folks.
That is what I call them, sir. They're Caucasian. They're Caucasians, there's Susans, and there's Bob. Which one you want?
Can I say it, Tony?
No.
He don't look at his hand, TeAma.
One time.
One time. No chronicles.
Okay.
That's my cousin. One of my cousins, and I said that. Child, I heard they sold. So now I won't do that no more.
Okay, that was my last one till they do something egregious.
Okay, now you killed one of my kids here. I'm gonna be out here. Hey, listen, honey, they be irking my nerves with that foolishness. But no, they're Caucasians.
Savage,
hey, look,
get on here and give us an insight, Savage girl.
Hey, look, mother-in-law, sister-in-law, brother-in-law. But you called her? No, I didn't. You Caucasian.
Okay. Give it to him, Savage.
Cousins, you Caucasians.
I don't call them Caucasians. I call them white people. Just like they call us black people. The people that I call the saltine word.
I'm not black.
The people that I call the saltine word are the people that you.
I never even met a white person. They be dark brown. They don't black.
Okay, so I don't call them Caucasian. I call them white.
Brown people.
And I don't think all white people are bad. You gonna let me talk, or you just gonna keep talking? God dang! I ain't said nothing about for the past 20 minutes.
Brown people.
Oh my God! I'm done. I'm done. I'm going on mute. Watch this.
Juicy K, go to get to
him.
Get to him, Juice.
Well, you
I'm
know,
gonna tell you like I told Legacy. Everybody studied Savage. She said the same thing. Ain't nobody studied Savage. I said everybody studied Savage.
Y'all too crazy.
I don't have enough time in the day to study Savage. She too crazy.
Oh, pot calling the kettle. Goddamn. What?
I am not crazy. I am a reformed crazy.
Get off my phone with that madness. I'm sorry, Juicy Cakes. Go and show them cakes, girl.
You funny. That's my first time seeing Dave Chappelle. So it was interesting and it was funny. As seeing him perform as a comedian, I was entertained. He had some great points and positions that he did make, but even so did the gentleman who we heard and the young lady we heard. And the is the other who is the middle one? Is she a transgender or is she just dressing up as? But even her points, I've had an opportunity to sit on a plane ride from California to North Carolina nonstop next to a transgender, and hearing her experience and how she feels, I felt for the transgenders. I felt attacked. However, as a comedian and what he was saying and where he is as a person, I also heard him say he's misunderstood because the position he takes is he don't have nothing against him. But this is where he feels. And that is how I somewhat feel. I love all people to see that there is something that I would not all the way fully accept. If it was me, I'm not going to choose to be transgender. It's to each his own for everyone else, but for me, that's not for me. So I hear
Miss,
that.
let me
I
ask,
brought it. Go ahead.
let me ask this question, ladies and
Mm-hmm.
gents. Why is it so hard for people to just accept someone else's opinion about something and say, okay, that's how you feel, cool. As long as you have not physically done anything to me to cause me to feel this type of way about you, why can't people have opinions about people? Why can't you? Everybody have an opinion about the black race. Everybody has an opinion about everything, but it just seems like when you get ready to come up against this committee board, that everything is about hate. But this is my thing, huh?
It's community.
You want to know why? Why I
Hold on,
feel the
Sammy. Hold on
reason
for a minute. Hold on for a minute.
It's community, not committee
why
board.
everyone comes up against that community as such is because our nation, when we say what our base of our religion before it was divided, we are based on Christianity, the Bible, and in it we are taught to see that as not something that shall be. It is supposed to be a condemned way. So from the get up, that is already the hate that has been instilled for years and years and years. And now here that community is standing out saying, I choose to be different. You may not like it, but this is what I like. And so that for them there, and that's how she expressed herself.
But
So
Juicy, when I make that statement, this is what I'm saying.
But I agree, we should be able to accept how the opinion, because everyone has one. I
Exactly.
agree with you.
That's
And
it.
I
But if
accept it.
exactly. But my thing is this here. I do understand what Dave meant by when he said that the black community is he was saying it being funny because black community is not jealous of the movement of the LGBT community. We're not what we are trying to figure out is how come it's been over 235 legislations of black folks trying to get bills passed to protect ourselves against injustices and abuse and police brutality for over 65 odd years trying to get those bills passed, and they make it to Congress and we can't get them passed. Even with the George Floyd bills, we still haven't got that passed, and that's something that Joe Biden and his cabinet decided to run on, that just as sure as you get him into office this year that he would pass a bill that would protect us. Yet and still, he's been there for almost a year now, and there has been an Asian bill passed to protect Asians from being assaulted by blacks. There are bills that protect the LGBT community from being assaulted and abused by any race, but yet and still, black folks have been trying to fight for civil rights and protection for over 70 odd years, and we haven't got one damn bill yet passed. Yes, we're in awe of what do we need to do to get an approval to get this passed by Congress to protect ourselves. But as far as jealous, no, we're not jealous. We just want a little bit more understanding of what y'all had to do, who ass y'all had to kiss, and who penis y'all had to suck.
What they had to do and what they did do, one, that group is a community that consists of all walks of life, all races, all nationalities. So the majority of that group that also cover blacks. See, the blacks are included in that group, but that doesn't make that black still a citizen. That just makes that black person a part of that group. That's overall umbrella is recognized as a citizen. We people who still identify as blacks, we're recognized not. So we will not get our rights passed because we still do disassociate ourselves as being people as long as we say we're black. We can turn around and identify in a different class and aspect and join underneath another group We say heterosexual instead of black, color, and African American. We're not pushing to be something. And that's what they did. They formed a community. They stuck together. They are something. But the one thing they're recognized is not as a 3/4 of. They are whole. We need to create who we are. We need to disassociate from being a color. They are
Well, I
they a
mean,
rainbow,
but
not just
let's
one
be. I
color.
mean, white people are color juicy, and they are recognized.
They're recognized not as
But what
how
she's saying
black
though is the only race that is disrespected is the black race. So because
black in the Constitution, blacks are
Black
written
Lives
out.
Matter is black, you're gonna be disrespected. Because the black people are trying to pass this, you're disrespected. But LGBT is not black; it's a group of colors. And guess what? Some of those colors are white. So it's gonna pass because we're just a part of.
But that goes back to what you're saying, Tony and Juicy. That remember when the women's right movement took place? The women's right movement that took place was not a women's right movement that happened at first. It was white folks.
We joined in.
White women went around at the same time we was trying to get civil rights and got black women to join their group, to join the movement.
Just for more force.
For more force, and at the end, they end up dumping the black women at the end after they got what they needed done and walked away from the black women's right groups. And that's what but the only difference between the LGBT community, right, and is the fact that they really do stick with each other.
Well, he made a point. He also made a point showing that they really do not, because he brought out Daphne.
But everybody, listen. What he was saying is she was accepted until she became a shield of protection for him, and that happens in every way, every facet of life. Doesn't matter what group you in. If I stand up for Tony if I stand up for Tony in a straight community, and I'm saying that Tony is my brother amongst heterosexuals, and everybody knows that I'm heterosexual, they will turn on me as well and try to shame me because I'm not attaching myself to the family. They'll look at me as I've detached myself from the heterosexual family and attach myself to the homosexual family because I said nobody's not gonna touch my brother Tony. So that's all that was, is that they wanted him to be bashed so bad, and to have just one stand up for him is like a martyr, to say, hold on, this man is not what you're trying to make him seem to be, and I am a part of your group. That's like a virus. That's like somebody having a virus and somebody making an antivirus, and they clashing and they're not gonna get along.
You know what it actually is? It was her calling them out on being hypocritical. Because if you say you want to be accepted by everyone, you need to be accepting everyone. And if that gentleman is sitting there speaking out and saying how he feels, but he still accepts, you should be respecting that. And that's exactly
beautiful.
what you were saying. Why can't we all just accept? And that's where we got to get to, because we got to learn to coexist in this world as individuals, and it needs to be through love. We got to just love each other. Had to throw that in there.
I know. If you was in the hippie days, you would just blend right in. All we need is love and hugs.
Ms. Juicy, that was nice. I definitely agree with you on that. I think Dave Chappelle's show is very educational. And I think the key thing that is like what Tony said, everybody should have went into this. We got what are called people that actually watch movies before movies actually are released to the public. And they're called critics. And they get to see the behind scenes of movies way before these movies are released. and these people had already started sending out messages even before Dave Chappelle's show aired on Netflix, saying that it was homophobic. Da 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 da. You gotta. A lot of people have to remember that Dave actually had Netflix shut down HBO them from being able to make money off of who he was a few months earlier in this year when he had people boycott Netflix and HBO for streaming and selling his stuff when he tried to give it to them in the very beginning. So you gotta understand, Dave done been accused of being a crackhead, being accused of flying to Africa, smoking crack. This is what the media tried to do to Dave Chappelle when he over-excelled as a comedian and made all this money for Comedy Central, and they didn't want to pay him his portion of the money. So Dave Chappelle is just he's the best at his comedy because some people don't like Dave's comedy. I love Dave's comedy. You may not, but that's your choice, and it's his choice to be able to say what he wants. It's Juice's choice to say anything within respect and tact. You should be able to say it because if Legacy puts himself on a platform.
He did. He did. Well, you know what I said to my daughter, because I first off, I called Tony and I said, thank you for having us watch that, because I enjoyed it. It was funny. But I said to my daughter, I said, why don't you watch it too? Because it's got some stuff and points in it I said, we need to pray for this man. I said, he opened up some issues and some things that he spoke on that people ain't want to really talk about. And they might come for him for that.
We
and
might
I
need,
said
we
in the
might need to reach out to him and see if we can get him on our show.
Right. And I said in the beginning, he said, I ain't gonna be doing this. You ain't gonna see me for a little bit, because he already know. He was about to speak on, and he even went deep into all his other shows. When I spoke on this what I meant. You misunderstood me. No, I'm talking about this. It's always been about this. And that whole point is, like you said, after all these years, Asians get this, they get this. What about us? And I wish he would have went into what about us and what we need to do, because he got an idea. He know. So that part I look at, I say, this is what I was asking you, Tony. It seemed like it's all a setup. Like you said, they already were tweeting about it. They already were talking about it. They putting this to get us roused up to discuss, to be distracted about something. Because at the same time, that Lil Nas X, he's sitting here tweeting, he tired of being gay. He want to go back to being, he don't like, he missed pussy. Now he all kissing up with a girl. It was a joke. It was for the industry. So okay, if all this is for the industry, let's see why we still focusing on this industry. Oh gosh, don't get quiet, Legacy.
Miss
Illuminati coming for you.
Stop muting me.
Okay.
Listen, ladies and gents, we are drawing to an end. Miss Juicy, that was very beautiful. That was a lovely statement in closing. Tonight I'm gonna start the night out with the very beautiful Miss Savage to give them the information on how we can get in contact with you, because I got a salad waiting on Lego C.
IG T Savage 1000, Facebook Onion Drayton Birds, TikTok at T_Savage 100, Birds Onion at gmail.com, 786-525-4691.
Well, I don't know what's going on with Miss Sweetness, but I'm gonna go ahead and let Miss Juicy tell them how they can reach you, because TeAma don't tell nobody nothing, no way. She just point to the screen.
Well, it's right there too, though. But
Listen,
Facebook.
people, what about the Braille people?
I'm about to. I might not even gonna do the sign language. Facebook, Juicy. You can find me, Nicole Gracefully Perseveres. You can contact me on my phone number for a free consultation if you want some health information. 785-422-6949. It's only 10 minutes though. Or on Instagram, Miss BUT4. Just as it sounds.
Okay,
Pass the mic.
okay. Now, TeAma, don't point.
Yes, sir.
Say the information.
So you can find me on Facebook at TeAma Sweetness Copeland. You can find me on Instagram at TeAma01. You can find me at Just in Time Accessories. On the accessory is with one S. And you also can find me on the A.T.L show. You can find me being Tyson's mom. You can find me in West Palm Beach or Fort Lauderdale. You just to go find me.
Okay.
Good.
She's that girl.
You gonna find him at Tony and Junior house. You find him at Tony. Find you at Tony and Junior house.
Oh, I pull up.
Where
I
she
got
has the key to it. You see? You see? She got keys. Also, I just want to bring out the man that makes this not for me. Not for me.
I'm sorry.
What's wrong with you?
Continue.
I just want to bring out the person that makes this possible for us to have a platform to be able to indulge in these great conversations and topics that most of the world is a little bit shaky on talking about. Could we bring out the information to show my boss, our umbrella, Mr. Anthony Brown?
Sure. I'm Mr. Anthony Brown. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. But I can be found on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, as well as YouTube. And as always, I'm The Anthony Brown Show. I'm a YouTuber, influencer, and a mentor. And as I often say, grind until you shine.
All right, boss. I appreciate that. And getting ready to close on. Before I do, I'm gonna have a special thing done tonight before we get out of here. But just in case anybody want to reach out and get in contact with me when they can't get in touch with my boss or my other three co-hosts, let's make this possible. You can reach me at Legacy the Great, Facebook, Dream Williams, YouTube. You can reach me at Antonio Williams on YouTube, and you can reach me on my email at AUNYAWMS121@gmail.com. And if it's very important and I'm taking too long, I can't get to the email or things like that, you can hit me, as Ms. Juicy said, for free consultation about different things at 229-630-7615. But I prefer for you to call Anthony number. TeAma will answer it faster too. Also,
and I also want to remind everybody, make sure you tune in Friday for our Friday show. We have a special guest, Miss Veronica and her daughter Cece. They're going to be here. She's going to tell a story how she passed away, died 3 times, and lived to tell about it. And her story is, like I said, she suffers right now with systemic scleroderma. She's going to tell you all about it, what is it, what kind of sickness it is, and how to heal from it.
Shush. Okay, I can't wait to Friday. I hope everybody stay well and safe. Before we leave, I want to just say this. Just people, we live in a society where I think we've been through way worse in earlier times through slavery and things of that nature. And it was more physical and just as much as mental and emotional. But today, let's just become a little bit more stronger and stop being so sensitive about little talks, because there are a lot of issues that we as Americans and we as human beings need to address in order to become one and learn how to love each other the right way. So as we leave here today, like I said, we have a different array of things on our podcast. My brother Anthony is he lives as a homosexual. I'm a straight man. Miss Juicy Cakes. I don't really know what Miss Juicy Cakes done, but I know that my two sisters at the bottom have indulged in different activities which would make them bi and curious. But we don't judge each other on here about our lifestyles. We just love each other the same, and we're there for each other the same because we really do genuinely love each other. So just learn to allow other people.
Fuck a motherfucker up.
I don't know what Legacy talking about. His co-host dealing with Dippy and Dappy. I plead the fifth. I have no idea what he's talking about. Okay.
On that note,
but listen, before you hear A.T.L.
Right, that's right,
A.T.L. They're back. It's my time again. Anthony, TeAma, T7, Legacy. They're back. They're the best. Let's get it. Season 2.
I'm the best at this shit, that's fact. And there's only one reason that I came back. I'm here to set the fucking record straight. Okay. I'm the best you other cats just failed to wait. First off, ain't no beef with the spitters in my city. But if you come for 28, man, this shit get gritty. I'm shitty. Yeah, I shit on rappers. Either dead on the scene since you wanna be actors. Just the message. I'm talking over hills and places. Schools over feeling foggy. I'll be patiently waiting. It seems y'all forgot who really runs the throne. Screaming y'all number one just because I was gone. See, ain't no stopping me now. I'm on the move. I'm on against me. Once when you ready to lose. The game, the street, the throne is took. This the message. Hope it leave you from me rappers. Sure. Yeah. The message. So y'all know. Yeah. The monster is back. And I'm at my spot.
A.T.L.
For a few minutes, then I gotta